Southern Tactical Classic Cetme C rifle. I'm just going to do a quick 5-round function test using Ingman ammo. So far it's worked okay. And I'm going to just bang off 5 rounds, then we're going to get down on the bench and we're going to try to get it on paper and see if we need any sight adjustments. This is just a quick functioning test. And I'm using the magazine that came with the rifle. Okay, that's what I'm trying to do here. So far so good. Recoil ain't terrible. No hiccups. Got alright, so can't complain. Alright. I found with the other rifle, I'm going to have to get some sight adjustment tools. The sights on the Cetme are different than on the G91 style. I guess they're fixed and you really can't do much. Everything has to be adjusted with the front sight. And I don't know if I have the tools to do it if it's off, but I'll make a separate video discussing that. Alright. What we're going to do here, so the magazine that came with it, and there are some issues with magazines, and we'll go into that some other time. Works fine. I picked up some spare magazines and got this 5-rounder that fits in there. So I'm going to use that, and basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put 2 down range and go check the target like I did with the Century Arms rifle. I'm not going to bore you with the details, but if there are any malfunctions or something, I'll bring them to your attention or I'll mention them. Okay, really I didn't have any other than one. I don't think the gun was in battery and it didn't go off. Okay, that could have been my fault. I might have just let it slide. So, and always remember with these, when you're going to do the slap, okay, make sure you're pointed in a safe direction. Now with the other gun, I need a tool to adjust the rear sight. This here, this is set and everything has to be done with the front sight, which I don't know if I have the tool to kind of do it, but we're going to see where we're shooting. And another thing, after I clean this up, this thing functions a lot smoother than the Century Arms gun. Getting it back and traveling. You know, this receiver was tight, it's hard to take apart, but this gun seems to be smoother. But I'll report on it. I'm not going to bore you with going back and forth. I'm going to go, and once I figure out what it is, or I got to a point where I can't go any further, we'll go down and look at the target and take it from there. Alright, we're in luck with this gun. I took it 50 yards using, you know, the open sights. I'm shooting a little high and to the right, okay, which at 50 yards, that's about where this thing should be sighted in. So now it's a point of me just getting used to the sight and seeing if I can zero in, so I'll show you. Now another thing, curiously, when it comes to the magazines, I tried an HK magazine and one did fit. I bought these other ones, an aluminum one and a real old steel one, and these will not lock into this gun. But I have a magazine, I have to find it, they're all mixed up, that does, okay? So these 2 mags didn't fit. This 5-rounder from wherever it came from, I bought it in a pile of Cetme mags, and it's a Cetme style mag. This fits and works. So I put 5 rounds back in the mag that came with it, and I'm just going to sit here and see how good it shoots right out of the box. Alright, how close I can get. using the iron sights. Now hopefully, see, I think maybe that's what happened. That handle kind of hit the rest here. So it may not have slammed home all the way, and that may is what caused the problem in the other gun. Failure to fire. Because there isn't like forward assists on these or anything like that. Alright. Okay. This time I'll take the camera down with me. Tape it up. Okay, here's my little target testing area. All of this here was a Century Arms gun. Okay, so disregard that. Now right out of the box with the Cetme, okay, shooting here, I got 2. Not really quite high, slightly high, but not terrible. And to the right. So when I redid the sight picture, lowered it a little, I'll try adjusting it. I was aiming over here, kind of brought it on to the center line, and still somewhat high, which, you know, 50 yards. You know, these guns weren't really made to shoot at 50 yards. That's not terrible. Okay, so right out of the box, from the factory, set as it is, without having to screw around with nothing. And when I do sight these in, I'm going to sight these in for real at 100 yards. But as you see, you start at 50 because when you run into a problem like I did with the other gun, you want to know that in advance so you get way out there. So there we go. That's not a bad group. What are we looking at? 1, 2, 3. 4 inches or something for just getting used to it and trying to figure out them sights. That's pretty good. I like this. So I'm going to tape these up, try to adjust my sight picture without monkeying with the sights. I'm going to try to zero them in that diamond before we get out of here today. Alright. So we're going to liven up the party a little more. I went back and found that H&K mag. It came with the Century Arms C308 or whatever it is there, that Portuguese 91 that was built by them this year. That mag came there. This mag fits and locks into this gun. And instead of this factory ammo, I got this old reloads I did many years ago when I used to have a bunch of these guns. I found some of it. So let's see if that'll work. And most of that stuff was actually loaded on old military brass. And I will do videos about reloading for these rifles because it is a little bit different than a bolt action rifle. The brass gets chewed up. So I'll do an in-depth video on that. And you guys get a membership and I'll give you all the load data and the pet load I have for a 150 grain bullet. And let's see what we do with this. Your fingers crossed. Well, that one works. I don't know. This magazine stuff is pretty weird. I don't know what the hell kind of powder I use. There's a ton of smoke coming out. All right. Let's go see how we did. Okay. Using Kentucky windage. Kind of aiming down here and to the right. As you see, that's pretty, whatever that load was, I remember developing it. It's pretty accurate. Them bullets are, you know, it could be me just getting used to that weird open sight. But that's close. Just practice. And yeah, reloading. This is 30 calibers are expensive. So I'm going to move one of these clean targets over the top of that, and we're gonna plink some more. All right, so we're doing so good. No problems with the sights. We're getting close to where we're hitting it. So we're gonna run 2 mags of 10. I got reloads in the H&K mag, and then I'm gonna run that factory ammo and see if we can see a difference in the ammo itself. Oh, shoot. Alright, so far functioning flawless. Like I said, the cocking handle in that works a lot better on this gun once I got it cleaned up. And now we'll see what this Ingman ammo does on the other target. Alright, no problems with functioning. Let's go down and check it out. With my reloads, at 50 yards, pretty decent group again. We're aiming down here, but what is it, 1, 2, 3, 4 to 5 inches, yeah, alright. With our Ingman ammo, okay, that's 10 rounds. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Got to be a couple touching, so that's not bad. Again, aiming the same spot down here. So the factory fresh ammo is shooting a bit tighter than my reloads. Alright, that's going to be it. Check out the video, the post-shooting video, and I'll give my comments there. Hit the like button, subscribe, and stay tuned.